Thank you for tuning in to the Royds Revue Podcast. This week, Rob and Andy have watched and written songs about The Lighthouse. Are the Royds going to spill their beans? Find out next on the Royds Revue Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Royds Revue Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are here today to talk about The Lighthouse from 2019, directed by Robert Eggers. But Andy, how you doing?
I've got COVID.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's not great.
That sucks. I don't know how you get something that's not real, but hey.
Yeah, I'll tell you how. The liberals.
The liberals did it.
Yeah.
Getting something unreal. That's like getting God.
The worst thing about this whole thing is now the listeners are going to have to get tested.
Oh, shit. It's going to get in their ears.
Oh, shit.
Ear COVID.
Uh-oh.
What have you done?
I realized because my wife had it for like...
Your Wi-Fi had it? You can get... 5Gs!
Oh my, it's come full circle. Plandemic, more like it, right? I think I'm the first person.
Buzzing! Yeah. We're questioning authority. Questioning the establishment. We're so brave, Andy.
We're woke.
We're so brave. We're questioning if COVID's real. So brave.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not great, but it's yep. Mm-hmm.
Nice,
I stand by that.
I knew a guy who had COVID, and he told me he cured it by eating 9 cloves of garlic a day.
What? 9 cloves of garlic a day?
Yeah, fuck you. That's not what cured your COVID.
He's got the secret.
Oh, I smelled horrible. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
So, Andy, have you ever seen The Lighthouse before this?
I had not.
Me neither. And I'm going to be honest, I think we had this discussion. We're going to peel back the curtain a little bit here. We had this discussion because last week we did Jaws.
Yes.
And we were like, oh, cool, summer movies. We'll do Jaws, and then we'll do The Lighthouse. Because I don't think either of us really knew what The Lighthouse was about. And we're like, yeah, it's like a summer movie. It's about a beach, a lighthouse. At least that's what I thought.
I knew it was artsy-fartsy. That's about all I knew.
I really thought this would be good for the summer vibes we were going for. Boy, was I wrong.
This is a dark and cold movie.
Yeah. I was like, summer vibes. Here we go. Oh, my God.
Is that a mermaid? Is he fucking a mermaid?
Is he beating his dick to a statue? 2019, though, directed by Robert Ham and Eggers.
Oh, man.
Doing it again.
I'm upset.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm upset because I liked it. I'm more upset with myself.
That's fair. Everyone else liked it, too, though. I'm already getting tweets. That was the best thing I've ever heard. Funniest joke on any podcast ever. Robert Ham and Eggers, they really like that one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're tweeting me now because obviously every podcast in the world is live.
My God, is that a rap on my door? Come in. Oh, my God. Not that kind of rap, Rob. It's Robert Eggers. He said he just handed me an award.
He handed you the award?
Yeah. Rob, you got the wrong guy. Yeah.
And now he has COVID.
Ah, shit. I didn't realize. You got to get out of here, dude.
You gave Robert Ham and Eggers COVID.
Oh, my God. Oh, my. I'm so... He left. He's upset.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's really his fault. He just kind of walked into your house, it sounds like.
You fucking kicked the door in.
So it started from a gentle rapping to he just kicked the door in.
I wasn't fast enough.
Other movies that come out in 2019, we had The Gentleman, never seen it. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I actually really enjoyed that movie. I don't know if had you seen that one?
I did not, no.
That was a good one. That's a Tarantino film. It's very Tarantino. We had 1917, a movie called Swallow, never even heard of that. 5 Underground, a movie called Coma. Sonic the Hedgehog. I actually really liked the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
I didn't see it.
I haven't seen the sequel yet, but I thoroughly enjoyed the Sonic movie. The movie Us, we had Captain Marvel, Men in Black International. We had Hellboy, obviously the reboot of Hellboy, which got shit on.
Yeah, it did.
Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home. And of course, X-Men Dark Phoenix, Shazam. Big year for comic book movies.
Yeah. I feel like it's shameful for like the movie industry for me to confess that I've only seen the superhero movies out of all those.
That's not shameful.
I'm ruining the industry, as Martin Scorsese has.
You know what? That's a good point.
He said some shit about that. I don't know.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker also came out that year. I didn't like that one very much.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, that was not it. X-Men: Dark Phoenix, not good. Honestly, yeah. Other than the superhero movies, Toy Story 4. That was 2019, huh?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, so you're a liar. So you're gaslighting our audience. Canceled.
Fuck,
Canceled.
I couldn't even defend myself.
Terminator: Dark Fate.
Oh, I saw that.
Okay, so you're a real lying piece of shit.
I guess so.
Okay.
But also, I guess I'm just loyal to franchises.
That's true, because you also saw Charlie's Angels from 2019.
I did not, actually.
I'm just listing the movies now. Mewtwo Strikes Back, Evolution. Didn't even know that was a movie in 2019.
Me neither.
The Irishman. So maybe we'll do that if we have a week to watch a movie.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of movies in 2019. I didn't see a lot of them because I think the superhero movies were the ones worth seeing.
Oh, shit.
I don't go to movie theaters to think.
All those cinephiles are coming after us.
Fuck them. Cinephiles. Disgusting. They should be on those lists on the internet, the cinephiles. I think they're gross. Cinephiles hanging out in chat rooms. Hey, I'm a dramedy. What year did you come out? Hey, baby, man. Show me your end credits. Is that what a cinephile is?
Yes.
Nice.
You got it.
I'm so smart.
So I've got one fucking hell of a synopsis for this batshit insane movie.
All right, you want to get into it?
I sure do, because you know what? We're going to need time.
Let's get it going with Andy's synopsis on The Lighthouse.
So The Lighthouse. It's a movie. Okay. We open on a misty, foggy sea. A ship heads for a lighthouse on a shore. A foghorn blasts. Our two characters watch as the boat leaves, dropping them off.
Foghorn leghorn blast. It goes, I say.
You know, I feel like when I wrote that, I kind of anticipated you would say something along those lines. Not gonna lie.
I say, my dear boy. That's just a noise you hear throughout the movie. I say. It's like, God, we need to change that.
It's really killing the tone of this movie. As the younger of the two gets acquainted with his surroundings, he walks into his bedroom, which is also apparently a bathroom, because the older man is making pee-pees in a bucket. He rips 2 farts as well. The young man feels something in his mattress and he pulls it out. It's a small mermaid figurine. We see him shucking coal to keep the lighthouse going, presumably. I guess that's why they would be shucking coal. Anyway, we cut to a dinner table where both the men share a meal. The old man speaks. I immediately put on subtitles because that is one hell of an accent.
Both accents are like, hey, where are you from in this scene?
See, I thought that at first, and then I watched this twice because it was obtuse, and it is way more consistent than I at first thought. He proposes a toast: should pale death with treble dread make the ocean caves our bed. God who hearse the surges roll, deign to save our suppliant soul. To 4 weeks. Pretty good, right?
That's good. I like it.
The young man declines with no disrespect. The old man assures him that it's bad luck to not finish a toast. The young man says he thought it was against the rules to drink while working on the lighthouse. He read it in the rule book. The old man says the book also says that he has to do as he says. And he says to toast. The young man begrudgingly fills his cup with water from the cistern. He toasts to 4 weeks, takes a sip, and immediately coughs it up. The older man laughs and says to tend to the cistern in the morning. He lists some more duties the young man will have to do in his 4 weeks 4 week stay. The young man says, "Yes, sir." The old man corrects him, "Aye, sir." The old man explains that they won't switch shifts. "The light is mine," he says. The foghorn blasts as the young man shucks coal some more. It hurts his ears. He throws a little fit. We climb the lighthouse to find the old man naked in the light. He toasts to the light. "To ye, me beauty." The young man wanders the shore. As he approaches the water, he sees a bunch of logs floating in the ocean. As he moves past them, he finds a body floating in the water. He's now completely submerged. Under the water, he hears and sees a mermaid. It screeches. He wakes up to drops of water on his face in his bed. The old man says, "It's the shingles," as he lays down to rest and rips another fart. Young man tends to the cistern, pouring powder in and stirring. While mending the roof, he removes a shingle. He peeks through, and he sees a man humping a bed. He continues working. While pushing a wheelbarrow, a seagull blocks his path. He tries to scare it away. It doesn't move. He throws a rock at it. It squeals, and it squawks rather, and flies away. He looks toward the lighthouse and sees the old man watching him. The young man lugs a big old barrel of oil up the spiral steps of the lighthouse, all the way to the top. He finally gets to the top and he sees the gate to enter where the light is. He reaches, and he's stopped by the old man. The old man hands him a smaller, much more easy-to-carry container for oil. He tells the young man to bring the big barrel back down. He asks, "You a dullard?" Asking someone if they're stupid is very funny.
And using the word dullard is amazing.
Yeah.
"Are you a dullard?"
He's like, "You a dullard?" He's like, "No." He's like, "Well, you could have fooled me."
Such a good insult.
They sit down to eat. The old man toasts again, tells the young man to chat. He says he's not much for talking. The old man explains how the only way to stay sane is to drink. The young man says it keeps you stupid. They share a laugh. The young man asks the old man what made his last partner at the lighthouse leave. The old man says he died and he went mad, talking about merfolk and such. He also thought the light from the lighthouse was magical. The young man scoffs. "Tall tales," he says. The old man says, "I saw you sparring with a gull. Best leave him be. Bad luck to kill a seabird." The young man says, "More tall tales." The old man gets up and cracks him in the side of the head. He repeats, "It's bad luck to kill a seabird." Visibly shaken, the old man tells the young man to pay him no mind. At night, the young man lies in bed with a book. A seagull lands on the windowsill and pecks at the window. He cranks his hog to the mermaid figurine. On his way back from beating his dick like it owes him money, he sees the old man in the light of the lighthouse. The next day, they fight about the young man's work. The old man threatens to dock the young man's pay if he doesn't do everything he says. Presumably, more days of work go by. The old man has the young man suspended from the top of the lighthouse to paint the side of the lighthouse. The old man says he's given the young man high marks in his logbook for all his hard work. He drops him lower a few times. Finally, the line breaks, dropping the young man to the ground. The screen goes black. He comes to on the ground. The seagull starts tugging on and ripping on his pants. He shoos it away. They sit down to dinner. The young man pours the old man a drink and tells him his name. From Winslow. Winslow insists the old man call him by his name going forward, as he doesn't like being referred to as Hoy, or whatever he was calling him, I forget. The old man asks Winslow what brought him to the lighthouse work. He tells him he was a timberman. The old man laments on his days at sea, and because of his leg, he's married to the lighthouse. It's been a better wife to him than any real lady. He asks Winslow again why he chose this line of work. He answers quite skittish that he'd had enough of trees. The old man suggests he's on the run. Winslow dodges that by talking about the pay he could earn. He says he'll settle up country where he can be alone, nobody can bother him. The old man says, same old boring story. Winslow asks why it's bad luck to kill a seagull. The old man tells him the souls of dead sailors inhabit seabirds. Winslow goes to bed, and realizes he forgot something by the light of the lighthouse. He goes to get it and hears the old man moaning, bathed in light, just above him. He watches as some nasty goop drips from above. He's a giant squid tentacle. What the fuck is going on? The next morning, Winslow gets himself a cup of water from the cistern. It comes out black. He hears seagulls squawking. He goes to check the reservoir. A seagull has fallen in and gotten stuck. Another seagull shows up and flies at him. He grabs it and bashes it against the well several thousand times, killing it and continuing to bash it anyway.
Several thousand.
Continued to bash it way after it died. The winds change. Could the old man be right? The old man tells Winslow a storm is coming, and the inspector is coming tomorrow to relieve him. He's going home tomorrow. They board up some windows and catch some lobsters. The old man has Winslow toast. He toasts to relief. They get drunk. The old man says he might even miss Winslow. Winslow asks to see the light. The old man refuses. They argue and then they laugh. Winslow asks for the old man's name, Thomas Wake. The next morning, Winslow wakes up. He goes to use the bathroom, but the pots are full. He takes them to the edge of the rocks and tosses them, but because of the wind, it blows right in his fucking face. He screams. He gets back to work. While pushing the wheelbarrow, he sees a body. He rushes over to it. He peels the seaweed off. We get a close-up look of a booby. That's pretty cool. Turns out it's a mermaid, and it's very much alive. She smiles and she screeches at him. Winslow runs away and screams. He runs back into the lighthouse where Wake tells him to get the place ready for the inspector. Rattled, Winslow agrees. They wait outside in the storm, but no one comes to get them. The foghorn bellows. The storm rages on.
I say.
Like he's bellowing now.
I say.
There you go. The storm rages on. The water got into their provisions. Their food will go bad. Wake says they have to start rationing. Winslow says it's only been a day, and they probably just missed the inspector. He'll just take the boat out. Wake stops him, saying it's been weeks since the inspector was supposed to come and relieve him. He says Winslow's been saying the same thing for weeks. Wake continues. The storm could have stopped on the mainland, but out here, it could be months. Losing time? Or is Wake trying to drive him insane? You decide.
More like Gaslight House.
Got him. They dig to find rations. What they find is booze. They go inside. Wake tells another tale of how he fucked up his leg. It's different from the last. This time it's scurvy. Winslow takes a knife and pockets it. Winslow gets drunk and tells a story about how Winslow used to give him a hard time, like Wake does. Wake is a little suspicious, seeing that his name is Winslow as well. They share a laugh about eating grass without teeth. I don't know what the hell that was about. I tried very hard, but I don't understand. They say what? Back and forth, building in intensity. Winslow explodes about how he wants a steak, and if he had one, he'd fuck it. Wake takes offense, saying...
You've eliminated two of my trivia questions, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Wake takes offense, saying, you don't like me cooking? They fight like an old married couple. Wake calls upon Triton to curse Winslow to a terrible death in an impressive monologue by Willem Dafoe. Winslow says, all right, have it your way. I like you cooking. Winslow tries to unlock the door to see the light with the knife to no avail. He goes to take the key from a sleeping Thomas Wake. On second thought, he takes out the knife to murder him. Thomas wakes up and tells him to get back to work. Winslow says Wake is only tolerable when he's drunk. He drunkenly and manically goes to work. He is clearly cracked. He drinks while he works. He cranks it to the figurine again and envisions himself banging a mermaid. We get a close up of a giant mermaid pussy. He sees a blonde man.
That's the wettest pussy I've ever seen.
The
Because
shot.
it's a mermaid.
Yeah.
Probably smells fishy though.
I'm gonna move on. He sees himself being pulled under the sea and breaks down. I'm sorry. He sees himself being pulled under the sea and he sees more logs. He screams, breaks down, and throws the mermaid figurine, breaking it. He stabs it over and over again with the knife. He pulls up the lobster cage and a severed head is inside. He screams. We cut to Winslow and Wake, downing some liquor and dancing and singing. They slow dance while Wake gently sings. They are embracing each other quite tenderly. They go in for a kiss and then they fight each other. Winslow explains that his real name is Thomas Howard. Wake tells him not to spill his beans. Howard tells him that Ephraim Winslow was ragging on him. Howard tells Wake he trusts him and then takes it back immediately. They share a laugh. Later, Howard tells of how he wanted to kill Winslow, but didn't. He let him fall to his death. Howard took Winslow's identity. He looks up after telling his story to find no one there. Why'd you spill your beans, Tommy? It echoes throughout the lighthouse. Howard is at the top of the lighthouse. He sees a man on the ground. He goes to him. The man turns around, and it's also Thomas Howard. Just then, his shoulder is grabbed by a naked Thomas Wake, whose eyes shine like the lighthouse into his own. He runs and pulls out the lifeboat. He's got to get the fuck off this rock. Just then, Tom Wake smashes the boat with an axe, exclaiming, "Don't leave me!" Howard runs back to the lighthouse. Wake says he'll report him to the lighthouse bosses. It's like a mob, but for lighthouse. They'll break your legs.
You'll break your sea legs, scurvy.
The real loan sharks.
Nice!
Nautical kind of
Bazing!
Yeah, Howard says he'll do the same to Wake. They both tell each other that they know what they've done. Howard killed Ephraim, and Wake killed his second. That's the man's head he found in a lobster cage. Howard says Wake drove his second mad through the mermaid charm and the light, but he broke the charm, so he's free. Tom Wake says Howard's gone nuts. He says Howard destroyed the boat and chased him with an axe. He tells Howard to give him the knife that he took. He breaks it. He asks Howard, how long have we been here? 5 weeks? 2 days? Maybe I'm not real. Maybe the rock isn't real. He's a wandering psychopath still in Canada. Howard's response is, I could use a smoke. And I agree. I get it. I would say the same shit. Wake tells him that they're out of booze. Howard makes them out of kerosene and some goop. I think it's honey. They drink it and continue to be insane. The storm rages through the window, making a pretty big mess of everything. Howard yaks pretty hard and finds Wake's logbook. He looks through and becomes enraged. He breaks the clock. Howard explodes at Wake, telling him he's sick of all of his shit. He brings the log out. He reads it out loud. Apparently, Wake has been writing Howard up with shitty marks for all of his hard work, recommending severance without pay. Howard accuses Wake of trying to ruin him. He begs to get out into the light. Wake refuses and tells him he's a little bitch boy. And it's his fault the storm came because he killed a seagull. He tells Howard that Winslow was right and that he's a dog. This sets Howard off, and he attacks Wake. Amid the scuffle, he sees Winslow, who turns into a mermaid, who then turns into Thomas Wake. But Thomas Wake is some sort of giant squid monster. What the fuck is going on? He punches Wake a bunch. He stops before he kills him. Howard commands Wake to bark like a dog. He puts Wake on a leash and leads him outside to the hole that they dug for the rations. And he buries him. As he's buried, Wake says something about how human minds create and destroy. I'm not sure. It's all pretty far over my head. After Wake seemingly dies, Howard takes the keys to the light. Howard goes to get a cigarette when Wake comes behind him with an axe, exclaiming, "The light belongs to me!" chopping Howard in the shoulder. Howard cracks him in the head, dropping him, and finishes him with the axe. He lights a cigarette and toasts to Wake's corpse with a bucket of kerosene. He climbs the steps to see the light. The hatch opens, and he is doused in the light. At first, it seems euphoric. Then he starts screaming. He drops out of the hatch and falls down the entire spiral staircase. He is feasted on by seagulls, like Wake cursed him to do. That is the end of this insanely obtuse, impenetrable art house movie.
I was trying to follow along in my notes, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
That was a good job. You caught everything, but what the fuck?
Like I said, I watched it twice because the first time I watched it, I said, I didn't get any of that.
Your notes are just blank.
Yeah. Like I started with the synopsis and I was like, I can't just keep pausing this movie because it already doesn't make sense. So let me watch it one time clean. Second time, I'll really analyze it. And even then, I briefly looked at some shit the director said about it. I don't understand it, but I
didn't understand any of it.
Yeah, I'll take some guesses.
I'm not taking guesses. I don't do that for movies. I take away exactly what you show me. That's your job to tell me the story.
This movie is one of those movies that you need a degree to understand.
I mean, we both have degrees.
No, but a specific
and it's like 76 degrees right now. It's like 98 degrees. Uno noche.
I don't know any 98 degrees songs.
One Night.
I would
the one I
join you.
just fucking sang, Andy.
I don't know that song.
You have a Nick Lachey tattoo.
That's because he's dreamy.
I didn't even know he was a singer. I just saw him on that show with Jessica Simpson, so I got his tattoo.
Yeah.
No, that was a really good job because, that was better than I would have done with this movie.
Like two guys show up in a giant phallus and some weird shit happens.
Yeah. I'll give you a break from talking. I'll start off with what I liked. I like that there are cigarettes in this movie. I think we need to get cigarettes back in cinema. That's a hill I'm willing to die on. People smoke. It is a real life thing.
All right.
I also like that there was a lot of farting in this movie. Your goddamn farts. Your goddamn farts. I like how Robert Pattinson seems like he's just doing a JFK impersonation throughout most of the film. I hate your goddamn farts.
If we're starting with praise, the acting is fucking phenomenal.
The acting's great.
Yeah, these guys killed it.
I mean, you got two heavyweights, though. You got Willem Dafoe, you got Robert Pattinson. They're not going to give a bad performance.
No.
Especially in an art house movie where it's not, it's not a big Hollywood blockbuster. They're going to give their all for this.
Right. These, I don't know shit about cinematography and all that, but I know that this is good. They're doing a great job here.
Yeah, the acting is good. Like I said, I like the cigarettes in cinema. I think cigarettes belong in movies, and they shouldn't just be villains who smoke.
Yeah.
I like that there were farts because I honestly don't think you see farts in a non-comical context a lot, and I think farts are real.
Yes.
So I'm a fan of farts in movies. I think flatulence belong in film. So we need cigarettes in cinema, flatulence in film. Come on, everybody. Cigarettes in cinema, flatulence in film. Andy, you're not chanting.
Well,
cigarettes in cinema, flatulence in film.
Cigarettes?
Cigarettes in cinema,
Cigarettes
flatulence in film.
Cinema.
Yeah, flatulence in film.
Flatulence
in film.
In film.
Yeah, so we want to see, this is what we need more of. We need more cigarettes and more farting in movies.
Yeah. Just to confirm, farts are real.
Farts are real.
Yeah.
They are not a hoax.
Mm-mm.
Some people think they are.
Yeah.
They're a hoax by Big Bean. The Big Bean companies.
Yep.
Yeah, just making up the idea of farting.
Yeah.
That's why I don't see it in movies. The Hollywood elite's trying to cover it up. Farts are real.
We're breaking down the walls.
They're making the farts gay. But no, you're right. The performances in this film were great. Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe are fantastic in the movie.
Yes.
I've never seen a mermaid vagina before.
Me neither.
I like that.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
I was like, those are some lips. Those are some
I think it's huge.
Mermussy lips. Okay.
Mermussy.
We're doing this. I also thought it was very realistic that Robert Pattinson was just beating his dick.
Yep.
Like, if you're stuck for a month on this island with this other dude, and the only thing that you have that resembles a woman is this little like statuette, this little mermaid statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you're down bad. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's just do it. And then he's just like me. He cries afterwards.
Uh-oh. We got some weird personal shit.
Oh no. There's one where he comes so hard.
Yeah, well.
Because he jerks off twice in the movie. And there's one where he's like
yeah, he like fucking breaks down.
Yeah, and then just starts crying.
Yeah.
Like, that must have been good.
So there's definitely a lot of weird, like, sexual imagery.
Oh, yeah.
The lighthouse being a giant penis.
Which ties into one of my questions later.
Okay.
I also love the line, because we're talking about things that, phallic imagery. Sparkle like a sperm whale's pecker.
Yep.
Willem Dafoe tells Robert Pattinson to make something sparkle like a sperm whale's pecker. I was like, that's a great line.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that.
I liked, like, all of Willem Dafoe's, like, weird monologues.
I thought they were great. One was terrifying.
Yeah.
I was like, this is legit scary.
Like, when he's getting buried, he's still going. He's
there's dirt going in his mouth and shit.
Yeah, and he's just chewing it. He's just like,
that doesn't seem like that was something that they faked. Like, it seems like they were actually just shoveling dirt onto Willem Dafoe.
And he was just
also, Robert Pattinson calls out his silly dialogue too at one point.
Yeah. He's like, you're like a caricature.
Yeah, I loved that.
Yeah, I love this. Honestly, I like this movie a lot. I don't fucking get it, but I enjoyed it.
That's the problem. Maybe I need to watch it again, because I was like, I told you before, one of my notes is just like, I just don't care anymore. Because like I said, your job as the filmmaker is to tell me the story.
If your movie is a blockbuster, sure. But this is like artsy fartsy sad boy stuff.
But then don't put this in cinemas. Don't put this in movie theaters.
Well, it was a limited release, I think.
I don't care.
That's the classic artsy fartsy thing.
You only do that so you can get some Academy Award nominations.
Yeah.
But it's just like, this was not, I don't know. This was a movie. I don't mean this to be insulting, but I feel like this is going to come across as insulting, but I don't mean it like that. If I was like 13 and I watched this, I would have said, this is an amazing movie. But as an adult, I'm just like, what the fuck was this?
I mean, first watch, I was like, I don't get it. Second watch, I was like, oh, some of this is, I'm putting something together in my head. Like, I think that both Thomases at some point in the movie are the same person.
Okay.
And I don't know a lot about like id and ego and all that shit, but I think that because before Thomas Wake, Willem Dafoe, he's in charge.
I'm just going to refer to them as Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
Okay, yeah, because they're both
too confusing. Yeah.
So, and that's another thing that cues me into maybe they're the same person. They're both named Thomas, right?
Okay.
Willem Dafoe is in charge, and then Robert Pattinson beats the shit out of him and then tells him to bark like a dog. So now he's in charge.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever part of the psyche he is should not be in charge. Hence, he immediately dies. I could be wrong. I could be onto something, but like either way over my head. Also, I think a lot of it had to do with like, if they are the same person, it's like fighting certain sexual urges that you might not feel you're supposed to have.
Right.
Like, because it's the first time he cranks it to the mermaid statue. Willem Dafoe is in the light, and that seems to be where he gets his rocks off. So like they're both getting their rocks off at the same time. Okay.
If anyone's wondering, the euphemism Andy is using, he's talking about masturbation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cranking,
so if anyone's wondering,
hog.
Yes, he's absolutely going to town on it. He's going.
Oh, Jesus!
And just
He fucking hocked a loogie on it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's got
Well,
it.
I mean, this movie is also very funny.
Parts of it I laughed, but I don't. That's also one of those things. I'm like, I don't know if we were supposed to laugh.
I don't care. I'm laughing. That shit's funny.
Yeah.
Like, especially like he's like, you're not fond of me cooking. He's like, I don't be such a fucking
That
bitch.
was so funny. That was one of the best parts. He was just mad that he didn't like his cooking and then cursed him to death. Then
He
called on
stands up.
Poseidon to take him down.
He's like, I call on Triton's might.
He's like, all right, fine.
He's like, all right,
Fine. I like your cooking. I like your eggs.
Yeah. And then like when they're fighting, like they're
I like your
dancing.
Robert Eggers.
Nice.
You think that's why they were fighting about eggs? Because his name is Robert Hammond Eggers?
Yes.
I'm not going to stop.
I realized that.
Yeah. Robert Steak and Eggers. That doesn't work as
Oh,
good.
fancy.
Also, what was the point of throwing a little bit of dirt on Willem Dafoe? Like, they didn't bury him alive. They just threw a little bit of dirt. He's like, that's enough.
Yeah, like he's burying him and then he like snaps out of it. He's like, oh, let me get the key.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's dead.
Like,
and then he shows up. I was like, he's not dead? And like, he didn't finish the job?
Oh, I guess not.
I do like when Robert Pattinson's beating the shit out of Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe goes, Tommy, you're killing me.
Yeah, you're killing me, boy. Yeah.
You're killing me, boy. Tommy.
SpongeBob me, boy.
SpongeBob me, boy. You're jerking off to a mermaid statue, me boy. SpongeBob me, boy. I'm going to stick a tentacle up my ass. That's what I assume is going on up there.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, is the tentacle his?
I have no fucking clue what it was.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Was that cum coming out of the ceiling?
I think so. That was definitely cum. I think he got cum.
That was a lot of cum.
Yeah. Yeah. He must be eating cucumbers.
He's going to have to drink a lot of water. You got to rehydrate after that. Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
stop. It's just dust at this point.
Yeah, it's Jesus, man.
It's actual individual sperms. It's not even semen.
Oh, like they're like the size of fish, just flopping around.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
I realized on my second watch that when the first weird thing that happens when he's like he sees Willem Dafoe like in the light and like he walks to the shore, he sees the body and he sees logs coming at him. On my first watch, I was like, I don't know what that is. On the second watch, it makes sense because you know that he was a timberman.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I thought they were
logs.
crocodiles.
I didn't know what they were.
And then I was like, oh no, those are like trees or some shit.
Yeah. And then like he sees the body of the man he killed. So like a lot of this is guilt.
Yeah.
But I don't know where that's another thing that cues me into them being the same person. They both killed someone. And they're kind of like hiding from that.
But they do have different last names.
That's true. And I think Thomas Wake, Willem Dafoe's character, like the word wake is there on purpose for sure.
Yeah, for water.
For water. I was also thinking like wake up. You know,
and like awake, like a funeral.
Not so much, Robbie.
We're just using different terms of wake.
Yeah, it seems like I'm losing you on this one.
Yeah, you lost me. I'm out.
Will
you fucking stop?
I've got the curse of La Llorona.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, this movie is so artsy fartsy that I don't really have a lot to say. Yeah, because it's just, I will say, if you haven't seen this movie, you should see it. It's fucking weird.
It's worth a watch. Like
yeah.
I thought Robert Pattinson's accent, that weird Boston accent, was absolutely hysterical because I kept waiting for him to be like, "Hey Tom, turn on the Sox game."
Well, I know he's like from Maine or Canada, like he says.
Yeah. Your
So
goddamn thoughts. I'll never stop that. I love that.
I do like watching people act insane.
It's
is
fun.
Entertaining. Like, honestly, if you could watch this movie just for the performances alone, it's great.
I wish Ephraim and Tom or Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson actually kissed in that scene.
See, that was another thing that plays into like
I wish they just,
you're gay and they start fighting.
I like that, but I wish they just went for it. I wish they're like, nah, let's have them plant one on each other.
It was funny. I was watching it with my wife the first time, and like when they were slow dances, I was like, "What are they gonna kiss?" And then they went for the kiss. I was like, oh shit! I wrote this movie.
Oh,
but
and if you wrote this, I wish you just made this a little bit a little more coherent.
Nah, man. Actually, see the director, Robert Hammond Eggers.
Yes.
He was. I saw an interview. He was like, there was a cut of this movie that was like, you could piece it together, and he was like, nah, get rid of that shit. I want people to go insane with both characters.
I want it to be nothing.
I want this to mean nothing, but to also be entertaining.
Also, you said he sees Willem Dafoe humping the bed. Was he humping the bed? I just thought he was just looking at his ass.
There's gyration.
I didn't even notice that.
I don't know if it's Willem Dafoe either.
I thought it was. I don't know who else would have been on.
To me, it looks like just a man, so I think he's like hallucinating.
Okay, that's possible.
But I could be wrong.
No, that's possible. But yeah, I just thought it was just Willem Dafoe. He was just looking at his ass while he was sleeping. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I did like that when he finally does see the light, at first he's like, this is great. And then
it like burns.
Yeah, then he's like, ha ha ha. Ah!
Yeah.
Fucking, I love it. And then he just rolls down all the steps, all of them. He rolls down every single step. And at that point,
just see him naked getting eaten by seagulls.
Yeah, like how did he even get out there?
I have no idea.
But
no idea.
I enjoyed it.
I did like how Robert Pattinson first sees the mermaid. He starts like feeling her up, and then she's like, ah! I was like, that's a proper reaction.
She's also smiling though.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's weird.
She's uncomfortably smiling. She's like, "Oh, stop it, Robert.
That's my boobie.
That's my mermussy."
Well, I think it's weird that
he's like, "We could still titty fuck, right?" Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sticking it in there.
I think it'll swell me up.
I mean, it looks pretty wet, but I'm not doing that. No.
It was huge. It was huge.
It was just two giant pussy lips.
Yeah.
You can motorboat a pussy.
This is lewd.
This is
my parents listen to this. But I thought it was weird that like every time he pictured Ephraim, like the real Ephraim that he let die, it then turns into a mermaid, which he is sexually attracted to.
Okay.
What's that about? I guess that should be saved for our segment.
Yeah. Which I really have
into that.
Yeah, we might as well, because my last note for this movie is holy fucking shit, Jesus. Spelled Jeezus.
Well, you spelled Jesus wrong.
What?
Yeah.
I spell Christ, Krystp. Silent P. Silent P at the end. Yeah, you want to do some questions?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh boy, you all right? You all right, man?
Yeah,
you want to ask first question? You want to ask first question? Or want me to ask first question?
You go ahead, because I really have one question.
All right, cool. So I'll go first. I have a few. I think we have your one question is one of mine. So I'll go first with questions. What was with the tentacle? Like, was I watching some hentai shit for a second?
I wish. You know what I'm saying? Questions. My question is, what?
Very, very simple question. Just what? Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a fair question.
What? What are you talking about?
Sorry.
That's all right.
Questions. Why is Willem Dafoe sometimes nice?
I think that speaks to his insanity as well. He is very clearly like trying to make Robert Pattinson go insane.
Yeah.
Like the part where he's like, am I real? Are you real? Is this place even real? It was like, oh shit. Maybe not.
What?
Yeah.
I was like, am I watching Stone Cold Steve Austin? All right, I got one more question. You got any more?
I don't know.
All right. Questions. If the movie's already rated R and you're going to have Willem Dafoe be nude, why aren't you going to show his monster hog?
See, I read something that Robert Hammond Eggers was going to have a clip, and I think he filmed it, of the Lighthouse, and then it would like flash an erect penis to show that the Lighthouse is a giant cocker. And A24 was like, nah, because then you're going to get an NC-17 for an erect cocker.
But you don't need to show an erect cocker, but Willem Dafoe has a massive hog.
Does he?
Yeah. There was a movie. I forgot the movie. You didn't know this? There was a movie years ago when he was filming the nude scene for it, and the director was like, that's freakishly large. We have to edit that.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. But Willem Dafoe has a monster hog. Why? Like, fine, you don't have to show it erect, but there's a scene where he's standing naked in front of Robert Pattinson when he shines the light into his eyes. Show that dick. Show that my massive dick.
Check out my massive caca, Spider-Man.
That's my big question, though.
Yeah.
Just trying to see Dafoe dick. Any chance I get. I guess we move on to trivia after that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, well, final thoughts. What did you think of this movie? Like, did you like it? Did you not like it? You thought it was all right?
I thought the acting was really good. I thought, like you said, the cinematography was very good. This was not a movie I'd want to watch again, but I will give it a pretty high rating. I'll say it's an 8 out of 10. Because I thought they accomplished what they wanted to, but it wasn't my style of movie. Does that make sense?
Yes, that is honestly a very mature answer.
Like I thought they did exactly what they wanted to. The acting was good, the direction was good. It just wasn't my movie, so I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Excellent. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again, but probably not alone. Like that's like something you watch with somebody else to get there.
Now, is that because when Robert Pattinson was beating his dick, you just had to join in?
Oh,
I did.
Of course.
Yeah. Every time I was like, yes.
I was
like, it was like twice within like 40 minutes. So like I was dry.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's the bat dick.
Yeah. Goo.
Yeah. And
it's the new bat symbol. It's just his penis and tears.
And
oh, you think he used his tears as lube one time?
Maybe, or sweat or something, or rainwater. I don't know.
Seaweed.
Yeah, maybe.
Ugh.
I mean, I like this movie. I would watch it again with somebody else to be like, do you get that? Can you explain this to me?
Listen, I know people who love this movie. I know people who say it's their favorite movie of all time.
I like it. It's definitely not my favorite because I don't understand it. But I think if I like had a firm grasp on this movie, I would be like, oh, I really like this movie.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I wish there was a cut where it was a coherent story and I could watch that.
Yeah.
Like you said, the director was like, no, I don't want to do that. But no, sorry, Hammond Eggers. I want a coherent story here.
Yeah. I mean, this guy's on the rise. I mean, he did The Witch. He did this. And he did The Northman. People love all those movies.
I haven't seen The Northman.
I haven't seen The Witch or The Northman.
I haven't seen The Southman either.
Wow, that's great.
Thanks. Good stuff, Rob. Good stuff. Want to do some trivia? Act trivia.
Keeps me regular.
Nice. How many questions you got?
1,000.
We're going to be here a while. I got 7.
Yeah, I've got 5.
Okay, I'll go first. All right, my first question is, what's the name of the boat Willem Dafoe or Thomas Wake was on in 1964 that was near mutiny? Was it the Chicopee, the Darnady, the Ennerly, or the Fennery?
Shit, the Fennery?
Nope, it was the Chicopee. The other 3 were made-up names.
Damn.
I'm so smart and good.
Fucking watched this movie twice and I still got it wrong.
Oh, yeah. All right, you're up.
Okay, how many nor'easters did the filming of this movie endure?
3.
Yes. God damn.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a guess. I'm a good guess boy.
Good guess, Robbie.
Which saint did Thomas Wake's previous partner keeper? Yeah. Which saint did Thomas Wake's previous partner keeper believe cursed him? Was it Saint Elmo, Saint Anastasia, Saint Alfonso, or Saint Darlene?
Saint Elmo.
It was Saint Elmo.
Yeah.
Saint Alfonso is the Frank Zappa song. Well, Saint Alfonso's pancake breakfast. Stole the margarine.
I'm not familiar.
That's the second podcast in a row where I made a Frank Zappa reference. Everyone's really happy with that.
Everyone.
Yeah. Everyone in the world.
What did Willem Dafoe learn in preparation for this movie? Is it to dance the jig, to catch a lobster, to knit, or to turn into a weird giant squid man?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think it was to catch a lobster.
It was to knit.
Really?
Yeah, he's seen knitting in this movie.
Oh, I think it's pronounced knit. There's a K in there.
Ah, shit. You're right.
There's a K. Yeah, that's what threw me off. I was like, what is knit? What? I don't
Right.
understand. Yeah,
Right.
it's knit. Get it right next time.
Sorry.
What does Willem Dafoe or Thomas Wake threaten Robert Pattinson with if he contradicts him again? He'll shoot him. He'll dock his wages. He'll throw him in the water, or he won't feed him.
He'll dock his wages.
Yeah, he'll dock his wages.
I'm talking wiener on wiener.
Yeah, dick to dick.
What decade does this movie take place?
It's the 1800s, right?
The 1800s, yes. But what decade within the 1800s?
18. No, so I'm thinking back to my first question. It was 1864 he was talking about. So it's after that. I'm going to say the 1870s.
1890s. Oh my God. Rob just exploded.
What does Willem Dafoe use to light his pipe with during dinner one night? Is it a match, a lantern, a piece of coal from the furnace, or a cigar?
Is it a lantern?
No, it was a piece of coal from the furnace.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, cock and coal.
Cock and coal.
That's what I asked for from Santa.
Nice. How many times does Willem Dafoe blink when he damns Pattinson to Davy Jones' locker for not liking his lobster?
None.
Correct.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way he blinks.
Apparently he did that in one take.
That's crazy. You know, my grandfather, who's dead, fun fact, he had Parkinson's disease, and so he couldn't blink naturally. And he had to like remind himself to blink, and he used to challenge us to staring contests just to be a dick.
Did you ever win?
No.
Why not?
Because he had to. Oh boy. Oh boy. What town does Willem Dafoe go to and hope he sees the finest lass he's ever seen? Is it Salem, Boston, West Newbury, or Hartford?
Shit. Is it Salem?
It is Salem. It is Salem.
Man. My penis has grown another inch.
Nice.
Now I got.
Can I have half an?
inches.
Oh, you know what? You keep it. You need it.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. West Newbury is where John Cena's from. Ba 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 ba. That's why I suggested that, because I was like, oh, that's another town in Massachusetts I know. Hartford's in Connecticut.
Yes, it is. I knew that too. Why'd you spill your beans, Robbie?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for that one.
That's it. That's all my question. I could not find questions for this.
It's funny. I guess I have no more either, because my two were the ones you ruined.
Oh, I constantly ruin everything.
So what disease did Willem Dafoe say messed up his leg?
Scurvy.
Yeah, my other options were measles, mumps, gonorrhea, or scurvy. And what would Ephraim say he would do to a steak if he had one?
He'd fuck it.
Yeah, I said eat it raw, cook it, and enjoy it with a glass of wine. Or try to rebuild a cow with it.
Like Frankenstein, a cow.
Yeah, he was just going to grab a bunch of pieces of steak and just put a cow together with it.
That's awesome.
You ready to get to these songs? The reason we're all here? Awesome. Real quick, if you'd like to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsrevue@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com. You can also vote for these upcoming songs at our Instagram page at _Royds, ROYDS.
Yeah, and you can also find our music that is not related to movies on Spotify and wherever you get your music. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song.
And they're all bippity bops.
Heck yeah, brother.
All right, let's flip this pick. You want heads or tails?
I want tails, Robbie.
Tails never fails.
I hit the mic. That was pretty cool.
It did hit the mic and then it flung that way, but I see it. It's heads, so I get to go first.
You just said it never fails, Robbie.
Well, I guess when you're going up against greatness like me.
Wow.
It does. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. And I'll start this off by saying this is actually the second iteration of the Lighthouse song I had written. Because I tried to actually write the lyrics first to this one, which I usually don't do. And I kind of scrapped that. But here's my song. It's called We Love This Life. That was called We Love This Life.
I like that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I threw a little electric piano on there. And by electric piano, I mean, I turned my keyboard to the electric piano setting.
Nice.
Yeah, skills. But yeah, like I said, that was actually the second iteration of lyrics I had written for that. Because what I tried to do originally was write a sea shanty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really tried to. And I was going to do it like, what I was going to try to do was do a 4-person like song with me playing all the parts. And I was like, this is ambitious to get this done in this short amount of time.
Yeah.
And I was like working on all these lines with each character I was playing, singing a different verse.
Yeah.
And then trying to harmonize in character. And so I took this, we love this life because we live this life, took this job, made this sea my wife. That was the original chorus of the sea shanty I started writing. And then the chorus continued, if the morning relief don't come, we'll go out back and get more rum. But I was trying to write the filthiest sea shanty I could about this song. So I'm going to read you the lyrics to it.
Sure.
So here's my sea shanty. And I'm going to skip the chorus because, like I said, the chorus was just, we live this life because we love this life. Took this job, made the sea my wife. If in the morning relief don't come, we'll go out back, we'll get more rum. The one-eyed gull, he looks at me. I make love to the mermaid from the sea. The wettest girl there ever be. She also smelt the most fishy. The foghorn blares as the workday starts. Love this house with all my heart. A lover who will never part. Got a partner who always farts. As you can see, some of these lines made it into the actual song.
Yeah.
Wipe my shoes of sea scum. Make believe my name's Ephraim. Maybe I'll kiss or fight someone. Then I'll cry after I come. Got to keep this lighthouse clean. Boredom turns men into fiends. Nothing like you've ever seen. Why'd you have to spill your beans?
I love it.
Yeah, that's like I said, I tried doing a sea shanty. It was a little too ambitious for the time crunch. But it was a lot of fun. This was one of those things where I had more fun writing the song than I did watching the movie because I felt like there was a lot to draw from here. In terms of, lyrics, and the tone of the movie was really good. That's why I did the whole song in D minor.
Yeah. Yeah. I also did a kind of like a spooky, mystical kind of song.
What's it called? Let's get into it.
Well, I wanted to say that I enjoyed your electric piano.
Thank you.
I think it added a nice tone or mood to the song. Also, I almost at the end of my song put a similar "Why'd you spill your beans, Tommy?" with layering harmonies and stuff. And then I was like, there's a lot of work.
He's probably gonna do that too.
No. You know what it was? That was a lot of work, and I knew at that point I was starting to feel like shit from the Curse of La Llorona.
You gotta stay off that island, man. La Llorona.
Yeah, it's fucking cursed.
Yeah.
But my song is called The Light. And it's I'll just leave it at that. I'll talk about it after. It's called The Light.
All right. Well, Andy, show us the light.
All right.
The light, I wanna see the light. Please show me the light. Let me see the light. I wanna bask in its glory. Tell me its story. The light, the light. Tommy, I see you. You're not who you are. Tommy, I see you for what you are. A runaway, a runaway who's gone too far. You can't leave me. Don't leave me. I'm part of who you are. Light. I wanna see the light. Please show me the light. Please let me see the light. I wanna bask in its glory. Tell me its story. The light. I wanna see the light. Please show me the light. Let me see the light. I wanna bask in its glory. Tell me its story. The light. I wanna see the light.
That was sad.
Oh, sad.
That was sad. That was a very sad song. I liked it. I like that riff, and I really like the harmonies.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Actually, as I was recording that on those holdouts in the verse, like, ooh, you, I was like holding that out, and it was hard to hold that out. And I was like, I think I got the COVID. But
Oh, great. So that song has COVID.
now we all have it.
Oh, shit.
I got it twice now.
No, my God. Super COVID.
Ah, shit.
It's like Super Grover.
So yeah, it's kind of from, throughout the movie, they're kind of like Robert Pattinson is like, hey, let me see the light. And he's like, no. And then he's like, hey, you mind if I see that light? He's like, no. And then he begs him. He's like, let me see the fucking light. I'll do anything. And he's like, no. And then he fucking kills him so he can see the light. So like, he's obsessed with the light. And, Tommy, I see you. You're not who you are. Because like from the get, Willem Dafoe kind of has a beat on him. He's like,
Right.
you're not who you say you are. And then he's also like, you're a runaway. And he's like, no, I'm not. I ain't a runaway. I just want to keep to myself. And he's like, nah, you're a runaway. And then he's like, when he goes to take the lifeboat out, he smashes it
I am
with
not
the
a
axe.
runaway.
Nice. He's like, don't leave me. And he smashes it. And it's like, then he suggests maybe they're he's not even real.
Yeah.
And like I theorized, I think they're the same person. So part of who you are. And originally this song was going to be like 6 to 7 minutes.
This is the second week in a row. I think you said something like that.
Yeah. So I was just like, I like the airy chord.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like a chord. I don't even know what the fuck chord that is.
I think that's an L27.
An L38 minor.
Yeah.
Suspended,
Yes.
augmented as well.
Add 9. Yeah.
Of course, add 1,000. That's it. But and there's like some tritones in there, but like when you pluck them individually, it sounds pretty dreamy. So
yeah,
I was gonna throw like a fucking Dave Gilmour kind of solo on it because it reminded me of Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then I was like, you know what? I don't feel good. Let's wrap this up.
Makes sense. No, I can totally understand that.
Yeah. And
you should have just brought in a woman to be like,
yeah.
Andy, this is just Great Gig in the Sky. I don't appreciate this.
Just threw Great Gig in the Sky in the middle of your fucking Lighthouse song. I will say this is like the 5th time where I'm going for a big harmony. Like the last part is where I do that. Mm-hmm. Like I'm going for a big harmony and I'm playing it on the guitar and I'm like, okay, that's the note I got to hit. And then I try for that. And it just sounds like shit. It sounds like shit. And I do it over and over again. And I'm like, fuck it. I put the guitar down and I just yell the note I think it should be. And that's the fucking one.
Sometimes it just works.
So I'm like, why am I keep fucking wasting my time with this fucking self-doubt bullshit. Just fucking go for it. So that's what I'm gonna do from now on.
Go for it. If you don't get it, then go for the guitar.
Yeah, and like with that last harmony, that's fucking high as shit. It's like some of the highest notes I've ever hit, and like it hurt, but I was like, that's the one. So I did it again because the first part of it wasn't great, and I got it, and then I was like, I'm cooked, and I exported the song. It was done, but I like that dreamy shit. Like I'm a big Pink Floyd fan, and so this
I like
was a
that
lot of
Mick
fun.
dreamy shit.
Nice.
Grey's Anatomy, I think.
I'm lost on that one, but
yeah,
good. It's good stuff.
Thanks, man.
Sorry, I just clicked the button on the Zoom.
Jeez, Lou.
I deleted the whole thing.
That sucks. That's even weirder considering I'm in control of the Zoom.
Isn't it just?
That's wild. You hacked my computer.
Oh man, I hired a guy. This was an elaborate ruse.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, this movie, even though I didn't get it, it was very easy for me to write a song because it's so like rich with weirdness and
yeah,
I don't know.
Movies that are straightforward, I find, are a little harder to write songs about.
Yeah, like the last three Jurassic Park movies were like, wow, there's like you're hitting all your beats, like action wise, but like there's no real story here.
There's nothing here.
Yeah, so it's hard to write a song. But this, it's like only weirdness.
It's like you have to take something out of this.
Yeah.
And that was the benefit here. It gave, like, we talked about, I've talked about my problem with this movie was the fact that there was no definitive story to it or tough to follow, but that made it easier for me to latch on because we talk about the audience has to think.
Right.
And when you're making the audience think, when we're doing something like this, it creates more of an opportunity to, create on top of it.
Right. And you got to applaud this movie for being ambitious as well.
Oh, yeah.
This is a very ambitious endeavor. And I enjoy it for that. I enjoy it for what it is as well. And I enjoyed writing a song about it.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I did not mention before, and I'm going to mention it now. I also loved how fake the seagulls looked. I don't know why. I enjoyed the fake seagulls in the background.
I didn't even notice.
That was one of the first things I noticed. I don't know why. I was like, I like that.
I thought everything looked real as fuck.
I'm just glad they didn't like CGI seagulls in.
Apparently they did.
What?
Apparently they did.
Oh, they did? Because they looked fake.
Well, the I don't know about the ones in the background. The seagulls that landed on him.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Those would be, yeah.
Well, they had like a trained seagull, and they did that on a green screen.
That's cool.
Because like if they just brought a seagull to wherever they were, it would have just flown away.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. But all that being said, like considering any green screen work in this movie, it's like, oh shit, I did not notice that.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was any green screen in it.
The black and white probably goes a long way with that too.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
Yeah.
Definitely helps. Andy, any last words on the Lighthouse?
No, I liked it.
All right, Andy, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me at Andy. Let's go with Jefferis. Right?
Nice. Okay.
Jefferis, Jefferes on the instant gramification.
Nice.
And yeah, where can they find you?
They can find me at Robert Corridor on both Instagram and Twitter. You can find us on Instagram at _Royds. That's ROYDS. Andy, where can they find our music?
They can find our music on Spotify. They can find our music on iTunes. They can find our music on other music listening platforms, streaming platforms. I mean, we have 2 albums and a Christmas song, and they're good. I'll just say it. They're fucking good.
Yeah, we're humble about it.
Yeah.
We're very humble.
What do we got going on next week, Robbie?
Oh, that's a great question, actually. So before I tell you that, because it's not that I haven't forgotten or anything and I'm pulling it up.
I mean, I could just say it.
We're watching Batman 66. I was about to say No Country for Old Men, but that's coming up in 2 weeks.
You know what sucks is I have to write a synopsis for that movie as well.
Yeah, I'm getting the easy ones. I'm getting
Yeah.
Batman 60. We'll give them a little peek behind the curtain and let them know what's coming up. Next week, we got Batman 66. Then we got No Country for Old Men. And then we're starting a little Will Smith block with Independence Day, Men in Black, and Wild Wild West. A wicked, wicked Wild Wild West.
We're not really sure why we're doing a Will Smith block.
We have no reason to.
Like the slap happened 1,000 years ago at this point.
We chose Independence Day, and then we're like, oh, we should also do Men in Black. Yeah, let's just do another Will Smith song.
Yeah.
One, just make it a block. They just made it a block of Will Smith movies.
Yeah.
But you can send us an email, and you can find our email, I guess, also. But you can send us an email at roydsrevue@gmail.com. That's roydsrevue@gmail.com. But thank you for tuning in. This has been the Royds Revue Podcast. We've been talking about The Lighthouse. Let us know which song you like better on our Instagram. Bye, everybody.
Bye.